Happy Friday! I have spent a lot of time behind the desk today. It's been one of those days which is, I'm sure you guys, like an office day. Do you do this? Set not a to-do list, but like block out time of just task after task after task. And then every hour I make sure I put go for a walk, do something that doesn't involve a computer or something digital because we're just glued to them. What I really want to share with you today, and this is actually because a few of you have asked me to share more about a menstrual cycle and particularly what I do personally. So being very honest, this is what I do. For starters, I'm going to share what I used to do, which does not work for me and does not work for many of the ladies that come to me with things like severe bloat, with things like struggling to sleep. You know, when you feel like you're constantly wired, you just cannot come down, or you go to bed exhausted, you get into bed and then you're like, bing, you just can't sleep because your brain is doing something else, your body feels agitated, and then obviously a restless night's sleep only leads to you waking up feeling exhausted as well. So the current phase of my menstrual cycle, there's 4 phases, I'm sure you know this. By the way, if you don't know this, please don't be ashamed about it. I did not know about this either. I had to do a lot of research behind it, and also when you understand your menstrual cycle, especially if you're someone who still has a menstrual cycle, if you're going through perimenopause and menopause, let me know, because that is a different talk that I'm more than happy to share about and what I know. However, I'm in the luteal phase, so I'm in that last phase of my cycle where stuff changes. Now, the old version of Nika, when she would feel low, flat, tired, I'd notice changes in my mood, like maybe be a bit more fiery. For those of you that don't know me, quite fiery. Passionate is the word I use, passionate. Not afraid to say, you know, what others are thinking, or the elephant in the room conversation. I'm happy to have that. However, what I wanted to say was, you notice these changes in this part of your cycle, and if you don't track, don't worry, but you notice a change. Like some weeks you'll feel like a Duracell bunny and you're like, I can do anything, I feel inspirational, I feel creative, I can just get everything done, go to bed fine and wake up like, let's go. And then you're in this phase, which is what I'm in now, where cravings can be different, changes in mood, fatigue, cravings, everything can be affected in different ways depending on your current hormonal state as it is today. The biggest thing though for a lot of females is that we're overstimulated. We have so much going on. And by the way, I don't just mean from like a technology perspective, because that's obvious, you know that, but how many of you consider things like the fragrances you use, things like the products you use on your hair, on your underarms, on your face? What about the things that you cook with? Like, so many of us are so focused on processed foods and, you know, what is commonly spoken about on social media, but what about those things that you often overlook? And it's always this, right? It's always those small, seemingly insignificant things that you put on your skin, and you think, oh, that smells nice, and then you look at the back of the ingredients and the list is so long, it's overwhelming. Now just think about it like this. If you turn over the back of an ingredients list and it's got maybe like 20, 30 ingredients in it, and you're going like, I've lost track of ingredient 5 downwards, or you're thinking